I'm sitting in a puddle. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Solar Systems, where we help you understand the system your soul goes into. This is Moon Days with Michael. I'm your host, Astrological Michael, and I am cutting out the esoteric middleman and giving you the tools you need to connect yourself right to the source. Now, welcome back to the platform that we host this masterclass of the Orion series on. It's been a while. You know, the weather's been kind of meh, but we're back out here. So enjoy the two videos where I was not on the same recording setup, but guess what? I don't care. Why? Because the platform and it's sick. Anyway, we are diving into the three most popular stars in the Orion constellation, and arguably the three most popular and well-known stars in the world. That's right, Orion's Belt. And in this episode, we're talking about the middle star of Orion's Belt, Alnilam. So you guys know the drill. We're going to start hopping into Alnilam's influence, its orb, its physical placements, its natures, its freaking fortune. Is it benefit? Is it not beneficial? Is it very destructive? Is it not destructive? Are you going to have to worry about wherever you're walking around, make sure no one's going to stab you in the back? I don't know. Just kidding. I do know. That's why I'm telling you about it. So without any further ado, let's hop into it. So, Alnilam can be found in 2330 degrees of Gemini, and it has an orb of 220, just like, you know, most other fixed stars in the sky. Now, Alnilam has the nature of Jupiter and Saturn, and this is mainly because its influence is actually kind of interesting because it kind of affects you generationally in a way, which kind of has to do with Saturn. Alright, surprise, surprise, I forgot to mention something. You know how it would be, throw me outside and get distracted. Anyway, what I mean by Alnilam's influence having to do with like generational aspects is that this has to do with inheritance and legacies, right? And going up or down in the family tree. It doesn't necessarily affect you like inside of your family. It's more so how people view you, right? So it's more in the public eye of how does this ancestral energy or this energetic influence that affects me, right? It doesn't necessarily have to do with like in your home life. It's how do people see me because how do they see my parents, right? So just pay attention to that. If you have this alignment, you might start to realize some things that you didn't realize before. But back to my other self, which is still me. So let's hop into arguably one of the most well-balanced stars in the sky. So its influence, it's incredibly beneficial. It can bring you very high honor, and it can also be very unfortunate if you start getting carried away. You start letting that kind of honor and influence go to your head. Pride's the downfall of us all. So, let's start talking about what makes this star very fortunate and what will lead you to your downfall. So, Alnilam has a very fortunate influence, right? Especially when it comes to talking and communicating. Which we'll get into when we actually start talking about the physical placement of it being in the center of the Orion's Belt. Alnilam can be very fortunate, very honorable. You can be viewed very well in the public eye, right? The downfall of this comes from your pride. When you start letting this go to your head, it can start letting out the more combative nature of the Orion constellation.
I want to go to war!
And if that's not very well balanced within yourself, then, all your public honors are going to be very fleeting. For the most part, it is very fortunate. And Alnilam actually means a string of pearls. It was named that because of the Orion's Belt, how it looks like three pearls in a line. So it is actually very fortunate, and its Jupiterian and Saturn influence comes from it being not only very honorable, but you're very go with the flow, you have no problem talking and relating to people, which is the important thing. Orion's Belt is located in the waist area of the Orion constellation, and that is generally the area of the 7th house. And the 7th house has to do with relationships, one-on-one relationships. It's not group relationships like the 11th house. So when it comes to the benefits and the misfortune of Alnilam, it depends on the way you carry yourself and you carry this energy in the public eye, right? How are you with one-on-one relationships? How are you on talking to people? Alnilam is very communicative, even though it's not located, in the face of the Orion constellation or the throat, right? The reason for this is because it has to do with relating. It's relating those ideas, relating your concepts, and relating the message of war that the Orion constellation has to inevitably bring. And it's not war in general, the war on Lucifer aspect. That guy down there, because that's where he belongs. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Family situation. More onto the influence of Alnilam, it's very well balanced, right? The outcome of this energy really depends on you being aware of that energy and knowing when it's like, I'm going to step through this door and I'm not going to come back, right? That's when the pride takes over and you go down, right? We don't want that to happen. And honestly, a lot of the situations when it comes to, fortune or misfortune, all really depends on your awareness of your own energy and the energy that you're utilizing on a day-to-day basis. So, with that being said, even though this star can bring you a lot of benefit and fortune, it can also lead to your downfall very quickly. So, keep that in mind. But it is still very fortunate, very honorable. These people are very communicative, and you'll find them easy to relate to. Anyone who really carries that energy, especially if they have it in the sun, because this is how they express themselves. But yeah, I mean, that's all in all. It's very fortunate, can also be very unfortunate. It will strip away your honors just as fast as you got them, even faster. It has a nature of Jupiter and Saturn. It is located in 2330 degrees of Gemini, and it has an orb of 220. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Trying to keep it quick, trying to keep it concise and straight to the point. So, with that being said, you guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about next. In the next episode, we're going to start talking about Mintaka. Just like this, he's a Mintaka, I am in a puddle. So I'm trying to get out of it as quick as I can. Just kidding. Information's important. So yeah, next time we're going to be talking about Mintaka. It is also a binary star system. So you guys know the drill. You guys want to request a reading? Email us, readingsolarsystems.org. And to stay up to date with the daily alignments, basically an understanding of every day on the daily solar systems over there, reels over there. You guys get the drill. Breaking down the energetic alignments of the day. So, that being said, stay tuned and fly high, y'all.